All right, another movie with the Screamer.
Traitor!
There is definitely a moment in this movie that can be added to that one Adam Driver screaming compilation. 65. So 65 stars Adam Driver. It's a sci-fi action movie about an explorer from another planet. He accidentally crash lands on this strange world which turns out to be Earth. There's only one other survivor of this crash, is this little girl, and so they have to figure out what to do. Plot twist is, this is Earth 65 million years ago, back when dinosaurs roamed these lands. Okay, so start the movie. Could have been an interesting story, but instead the movie proceeded to put me to sleep, because it was pretty boring. Alright, first off, Adam Driver. We know the guy's a good actor, this is not the role he's going to be remembered for. And his character's name is Mills. Seriously, only Mills. He's never given a first name. Even in the credits, it's just Mills. Pilot Mills. This movie does the cliche where he has a family back in the planet where he's from. So during this whole mission, he's thinking about them. It's like Interstellar. He has a daughter back at home, so that's how he's gonna connect with this little kid, who I will also say was pretty good. She's played by Ariana Greenblatt, who was young Gamora in Avengers Infinity War. Great for her for getting more work. The problem with these characters did not come from their acting performances, but it came instead from their chemistry. Because these characters, they actually don't speak the same language. No, Adam Driver speaks English, the kid speaks something else. They know this, but then whenever Adam Driver tries to tell the kid something, we know she doesn't understand it. So whenever this movie tries to have a heartfelt moment between the two of them, it doesn't work. Like, there'll be scenes where Adam Driver is pouring his heart out to this girl, and I was just thinking, she doesn't understand a word he's saying. It's not coming across, which means the emotions aren't coming across to us. And that is just where the problems begin for this movie. A lot of things in this movie just straight up don't make any sense. Like the crash landing itself. We see the ship is flying through space, and it comes across this asteroid belt, and Adam Driver, who is somehow awake when everyone else is in cryosleep. Tell me how that makes sense. But he's like, whoa, wait a minute, this asteroid belt was totally undocumented. Undocumented? You would think a ship would have an autopilot or something that knows, hey, there's obstacles there, we should fly around it, so we don't crash. And this was in like the first 5 minutes of the movie. So within the first 5 minutes, I was like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. So from the get-go, the movie started off on the wrong foot for me. And then once Mills and this little girl named Koa are exploring this world, it got boring. And that's because everything that happens in this movie, we've seen before. It's all pretty cliche. We see dinosaur bones on the ground, seen that before. It's building up tension, but there is no tension because we know that there are dinosaurs out there because we saw the trailer. Like example, before we even see any dinosaurs, Adam Driver comes across a footprint in the ground. The footprint is like, a dinosaur, like a T-Rex footprint. It tries to do that Godzilla kind of teasing, like to build up that anticipation, but it just doesn't work because we know what dinosaurs look like. We saw the dinosaurs in the trailer. We know that there are going to be action scenes later. Those look pretty exciting, so let's just get to that. Oh, we're not there yet? I'm getting kind of bored. And then once we finally get to the dinosaurs, alright, these things, look, I don't claim to be no dinosaur expert, I'm no Alan Grant, but the dinosaurs in this movie, they just looked weird to me. They didn't look like any dinosaur I recognize. I mean, there are some raptors in this movie, there's a T-Rex, alright, fine. So we're in the Cretaceous period. But then there are these things that I could describe them as like crocodile dogs. And they're coming after Adam Driver and the kid, and I'm like, what are these things? Are they actually a documented species of dinosaur? I don't know. They could be, but from where I was sitting, it didn't fit. And when the action was going down, I will say some of it was kind of cool. There was one moment in the big T-Rex scene where some big object goes flying towards Adam Driver. Right there, I was like, ooh, alright, that was kind of intense. That one moment that took 80 minutes to get to in this 90-minute movie. And then once that was done, it was over. There were some cool visual effects in this movie, sure. But mostly it felt like generic sci-fi. The ship looked like a generic sci-fi ship. The sci-fi laser guns look like they're from a video game. It didn't land with me this time around. I will say, however, that the score was pretty good, and it was composed by Chris Bacon, who I know as a frequent collaborator of Danny Elfman's. He's probably written some scores by himself, but this is the first one I know. But it was some good stuff. There were some good orchestrations in here, where the strings were swelling up and I was feeling it, so that was good. So props to Chris Bacon and his score. The rest of the movie made me tired though. In the end, 65 was a swing and a miss. I liked the concept fine enough, but it just wasn't executed in the most interesting way. I barely felt any chemistry between the two main characters. The tension was damn near non-existent. The movie felt generic. It felt rushed since it's only 90 minutes long. It's a one and done. You go and see 65 and you walk out going, all right, I watched 65. And then you move on to whatever else you have going on in your life. For 65, I will say, wait until you can stream this movie online. So 65, have you seen it? What are your thoughts on it? And what's your favorite Adam Driver movie? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And of course, thank you for subscribing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm heading to an Oscars party tonight. All of my friends are going to be rooting for Everything Everywhere to win Best Picture while I'm sitting over in my little Top Gun corner with my Tom Cruise flag. I guess we'll see what happens. Peace!